a walkthrough video on level 1 paper 6 that you've did recently. Let's have a look. The first question is about taking a bus to an airport. So let's have a look. We've got some prices. It says £75 for the first 75 miles of each journey and £1.90 for each mile over 75 miles. We've got a distance and we've got time. How much will the travel for the two journeys in total? So where are you traveling to? You and 7 friends going on holiday. You book your minibus and you're going here. You're home to Hartford Airport. So that's 112 miles. And what going to charge you? They're going to charge you £75 for the first 75 miles. So we'll take 75 miles away from here. Leaves 37. So for the first 75 miles this lot, they'll charge you this amount. And for every extra mile you do over 75, they'll charge you £1.90. So we're going to take 37 times £1.90. So 37 times £1.90. Oh, that's wrong. 37 times £1.90 equals £70.30. So they're going to charge you an extra £70.30. So that's for the first 75 miles, £75 a mile really, and then for the extra, which was 37 extra, £70.30. So we'll add these two up to get the total cost there. And it's £140.30, but that's for one journey. That's the way in. It wants it for each journey, the way back as well. So we'll add it up twice or double it to get the final cost. And we get £290 and 62 pence. A nice question to start off. Next, you and your friends will share the cost equally. How much you'll pay for both journeys? Well, there's you and your friends. There's you and 7 friends, so that's 8 people in total. So we're going to take 290. The word share means to divide. Share it out equally. That's what division does. Shares things out equally. So we'll take that and we'll divide it by 8 using a calculator. £290 and 62 pence. Oh, just need to clear that out again. 290 0.62, and we're going to divide it by 8 as there was 8 people including yourself, and we get £36 and 32p. Well, where do you get that as an answer? Well, we could go for £36 and 32 or £36 and 33. I'm going to go for £36 and 33. Our money stops here after the second number after the decimal point. So this bit is closer to closer to 100 than it is to 50. So I'm going to go for £36 and 33 pence. You and your friends must leave the airport 2 hours before the flight is due. Your flight is due at 21:25. What time must your minibus leave the house at? Well, it's got to be there 2 hours before the flight. Well, we take 1 hour away, that's 20:25. We take another hour away, that's 19:25. That's your 2 hours covered. But it also says the minibus takes a bit of time to get there. It takes 2 hours and 20 minutes to drive to the airport. So we're at 19:25. We'll take another hour away. That's 18:25. We'll take another one. That's 17:25. That's the extra 2 hours taken off there. And it was 2 hours and 20 minutes. We'll take 20 minutes off, which will leave you 17:05. So 5 past 5, 17:05. Give one reason why you chose that time for the minibus to leave your house. Well, it's the latest time you can leave and arrive at the airport on time for your flight. Draw a table to show all your information. Oh, God. At the table is just something like that, some columns and rows. Charge, so total charge for bus. So total charge with bus was what was it? £290, and I think it was 62 there. Can't read my own writing. It's difficult writing with a mouse. £290 and 62 pence. Looks like a B. How much you'll pay each is? You'll pay £33, £36 and 33. Time to leave was, what was that? 17:05. Obviously in the exam, make your table look a little bit better than mine, but that's what a table is. Your information on the left-hand side, your categories on the left-hand side, your results and money on the right. If you can label the columns as well, it's great. Right, choose one of your calculations in 1A or 1B to show a check. So where's 1A and 1B? Right, well, 1A, we take that one, 290.63 divided by 8. So we're going to check 290.63 divided by 8. My answer was, what was it? 33.3275 originally. So the check adds right. I'm going to take the answer, 33.3275. And instead of dividing by it, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to multiply by it. And I should get back to where I started from. What was it? £290 and 62 pence. There you go. That was worth 2 marks for quite an easy question. Tomato plants. How exciting. We've got a plot. It measures 7 meters by 2 meters. We're going to draw a scale diagram. So we're going to have to draw something. We're going to use a ruler in the exam. We need to know our measurements. 7 meters is quite a big measurement. It's the size of a room, if not bigger. So we're going to bring that down and put it on paper. So it says we've got some instructions. The plants must be 50 centimeters gap from the edges of the plot. All right. Mark on your diagram where you put each plant. Use a cross. Label the diagram. So quite a bit of work here. Quite a few things to do. The first thing to do is get a look at the scale. So we've got 2 squares here, and 2 squares equals 1 meter. These are called centimeter squares. So 2 of them is a meter. So I'm going to write that somewhere. 2 squares equals 1 meter. So 1 square must be half a meter. And well, a meter is 100 centimeters. So 1 square equals half of that is 50. And it's always good to sort of work out what 1 square equals in these sort of questions. Now it says to draw the plot at 7 meters by 2 meters. So I can go this way or I can go that way, as long as I can fit. Well, 7 meters by 2 meters. Well, what do we know? We know that 2 squares is 1 meter. 2 squares is 1. Another 2 will be 2 meters. Another 2 will be 3. Another 2 will be 4. Another 2 will be 5. Another 2 will be 6. Another 2 will be 7. Next, it was 7 by 2 meters. So 2 squares will be 1 meter. Another 2 squares will be 2 meters. And then we just draw them up, line them up as best you can. Use a ruler in the exam. Oh, honestly. Next, we've got to put these plants in. There must be 50 centimeter gap between them and 50 centimeters from the edge. So when we know that 1 square equals 50. So we can't start here because that's the edge, and we can't start here because that's the edge, and that's the edge, so we'll have to start here. And we're 1 square from here and 1 square from there. There should be a 50 centimeter gap between each plant. Well, 1 square is 50, so we just draw them in like that then. Just a square gap between each one. Right. Let me just draw them in tick by tick by tick. We go to the next row and a 50 centimeter gap. We repeat and we just fill them all in like so. And there's a 50 centimeter gap from the edge and from each other. How many plants will fit in? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And we've got 3 rows of 13. So we've got 13 times 3, or 13 plus 13 plus 13 is 39 plants. You should get between 12 kilograms and 20 kilograms tomatoes for 3 tomato plants. Well, what's that mean? Well, you can pick any number between 12 and 20. It says you get between. I'm going to pick 12 because I know 3 and 12 have a connection. So what we say there is that every 3 plants gives you 12 kilograms. Yeah. So that means 12 kilograms is broken up between 1, 2, 3 plants. When you break something up or divide it or share it, you're dividing. So 12 divided by 3 equals 4. So 1, what that means? That means one of these equals 4. So 1 plant equals 4 kg. What's the total weight? Well, you have 39 plants. So you'd have 39 times 4 to get 156 kilograms. Like so. Your local shop offers to buy them at 95p a kilogram. You agree to sell half. How much money will you make? Well, 156 divided by 2. If you divide anything by 2, you'll get half of it. Gives you 78. And you're going to sell them for each one of these. You're going to sell for 95 pence. So that's a multiply. Or add up 78 times. But a quick way of doing that is to multiply. If they give you the price of one thing, which it has, a kilogram, then you're thinking multiply straight away. So 78 times 95p, I think it was. You get £74 and 10 pence. To show check how you use the scale to explain how you know one of the lines in your diagram is the correct length. Well, take this line for example. You know that 2 squares equals a meter. So 7 meters should equal 14 squares, which it does. That's your check. What's the total number of customers reached in time? This seems to be a different question here. Oh, sorry. So that answer should be up in this box. We should put that in the wrong box. Right. Okay. You got the customer breakdowns in June. How many customers had been reached in time to meet the target? What was the target? 95% in customers in 40 minutes or less. So number of times late. Let's have a look at this video. So 95% is what they're asking. So 95% of what? Let's have a quick look. Well, 95% of customers, company's target is to get to 95% of customers in 40 minutes or less. So 95% of the breakdowns, they want to get them in 40 minutes or less. We need to know the number of breakdowns. Well, we add these up, we'll get the number of breakdowns. So we add them up, we'll get 360. Now, I want to work out 95% of that, so we'll divide by 100 times by 95 and get 342. So they expect to get to 342 calls in time. Well, they had 360. How many times were they late? Well, this over here tells you how many times they were late. They were late. We add those up 16 times. So 344. So the target was to reach 342 customers in time. And from this, they reached 344. So 342 was the target. What's the total number of customers reached in time in June? Well, we answered that in the previous question. 344 was the number reached on time in June. It was just the number of breakdowns I had. Take away the number of times they were late, which is there. Was the target met in June? Again, the answer is no. Sorry, yes. The answer is yes. Basically, the target was 342. So they wanted to get to 342 calls in time. They got to 344. Look at the breakdowns when mechanics were late. What's the mean number of minutes late per breakdown? Well, the mean number of minutes late per breakdown. Right, well, let's look at the breakdowns when mechanics were late. What's the mean number of minutes late? Well, to work out the mean, we need to add everything up. So that's these, and divide by how many things we have. Well, there's 16 things there in total. So we need to add those up first, which we'll do very quickly now for you. So I've added them up and we've got 224. So I've added up all the minutes late. Here they are here. I'm now going to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. By 16, as there were 16 times they were late. And I get 14 as the answer. So there were 14 is the mean. In May, the mechanics were late to 18 breakdowns. The mean time late to those breakdowns was 9 minutes. Draw a chart to compare the number of minutes late in May and June. Right, so well, May were late to 18 breakdowns. The mean number of minutes late per breakdown. Well, there was 18. We'll divide that by 9, and actually we're not. We're going to redo that one. Sorry, there, I actually got interrupted. So the mean number of minutes late for May was 9. So we'll just do a chart. So there's not. Every 2 squares will go up by 1, I think. I think we'll make it. I hope. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just made it. So 9 minutes for May. Oh, good. That there. Okay, that's May. Men's late. And then for June, which is here, 14 minutes late. Oh, I made a mess of this. I'll have to start this one again. Apologies, guys. So our biggest number, which we always go with the biggest number first, Gary, was 14. So there's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Forgot about June. And May was 9, so there's 9 there. And June was 14. Ooh, down we go. June. Use a ruler in the exam, obviously. Right in June. Right, months. So these are months, obviously. So make sure the label, and make sure you get your scale right. Explain what the chart shows about the means for May and June. Well, it shows that on average they were later to breakdowns in June than they were in May. So they did better in May than June. Choose whether calculus from 3B or D to show a check. So 3B or D. Well, there's 3. There's D. A calculation there. 224 divided by 16. 224 divided by 16 equals 14. The check is right. Take the 14, the answer. Instead of dividing by 16, multiply by 16. Do the opposite to get back to the answer. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it.